You are not alone. And I think it's easy to forget when we're stuck inside, when we're on lockdown, when we're detached from the rest of the world, that we start feeling isolated. No matter what's going on, we are still super connected, and we are all in this together. So we have a new addition to the family. Meet baby J. She was born right before this whole lockdown happened. And it's definitely a crazy time for sure. And so last night I put out an email to my list, kind of just talking about the situation that we're all in. And this morning I woke up to a super overwhelming response. So I wanted to dive into what I talked about in that letter a little bit, and also just it ties back to kind of my whole mindset and why I've just felt stuck recently here on the platform. So it's been crazy raining the last few days here in Los Angeles. So I'm gonna get outside to shoot this video while we're still not on complete lockdown. So the whole idea of social distancing just feels weird in public places. This park is usually so full, and there's a few people, but it's mainly me and the squirrels. Oh, here comes the rain. So I've been in a massive creative rut recently. If you haven't been following me on Twitter, Instagram, or seen some of my other videos recently, I just have felt very uninspired and just not super into the videos that I've been creating. All right, it's starting to really rain. But recently on one of my videos, I did that whole jib thing. Someone commented and was like, "You're late to the party." And that kind of just fuels this whole idea, I'm sick of being in the whole rat race of YouTube where you're just following trends and you're just trying to get on top of the next big thing that's gonna pop up and make your channel take off. Man, it's really coming down. But it's just it really is hard on a creator. It's a plane too. There's just a lot going on right now. So I've been on this trend of trying to do 2 videos a week, and the reason is when I was doing 1 video a week, I wasn't seeing as much growth as 2 videos a week. I was seeing the numbers exponentially increasing. I was seeing, just the effect of putting out lots of content. It was making my average views per day just go up significantly, but it was really only working when I was constantly putting out 2 videos a week. And it's mind-numbing to get into this rhythm of trying to just keep uploading multiple videos every week, trying to get that number to hit every week, because you start losing sight of what is actually important on YouTube. And I know for me, that's what's really been in the back of my mind. I've had this feeling of I'm just putting out content to just keep the numbers flowing, to keep the growth of the channel happening. All the things that I didn't want to focus in on my channel are the things that I started really obsessing about. So I've taken a step back. I just haven't been putting out as many videos. And then one of the things that I've been doing kind of in the background is just getting rid of all of my excess gear. So really just focusing on the filmmaking tools that I use and get rid of all the clutter, because I got in this habit of just getting all of this gear and doing reviews and accepting free products and things like that. And honestly, that world of products and reviews and all of that has been just cluttering my mind on what to actually shoot, because in this world of products, you get a new product, you put it out, you get a bunch of attention, and then the video dies. And that's a trend that you really don't want to fall into week after week after week after week after week, unless you are just a gear reviewer, but that's not what I want to do. So I've been on a hunt to figure out what's missing from my channel. So when I took a step back and was trying to figure out what my channel was all about, I asked a bunch of you in my community tab, what is my channel? What's my niche? And overwhelmingly, I'm getting a resource channel. That's great, but that's not personally what I want to do. And there's something major missing, rather than just being a hub for people to get information. YouTube can be a super lonely place if you let it be. And I think what I realized after just taking a step back is that what's been missing from my creation process is the human connection, because we're all in this together. And I'm not talking about just the situation that we're in that's happening in the world, but all of it. Here on YouTube, we are all in this together. We are one big community. YouTube as a platform is based around video, but that doesn't mean that pretty pictures are what you need to do to, connect with someone on the other side of the screen. It actually is much deeper than that. It's storytelling. And storytelling is what makes us all humans. You could have the fanciest cameras in the world, you could have the best visual style that anyone's ever seen, but honestly, none of that matters, because what matters is the story, because stories are universal and something that we can all relate to. And so for me, that's what's been missing, the story element to everything that I'm creating. And whether I'm doing like a tutorial or a review or anything, I still see the potential for story to be involved and really have that human connection that brings us all together on the platform. So I want to read you guys the letter that I wrote to my email list last night, because I got a massive response this morning. I woke up to hundreds of emails. And so I want to share my thoughts around this whole situation and just kind of some things that we should be thinking about as we move into the days and weeks ahead. Times like these, we feel helpless and worried about the what if, but it's important to not let your mind get the better of you. Remember, we're all in this together, and if you're ever feeling scared about the situation, remember that there is a huge community of support only a few clicks away. YouTube for me has not only given me a creative outlet, but I've made a ton of friends from around the world. And as this situation has gotten more intense, I know that I can always just jump on Twitter or pick up the phone and be able to have a conversation with other creators no matter where they're at. You're never alone if you choose not to be. As I sit in my house looking out the window, I can't help but think, how long will we be in this situation? However, instead of obsessing around the news or scrolling endlessly through comments, I'm choosing to turn off the noise and create. I've been stuck in a creative rut recently, and I'm choosing to pick up my camera anyways. Even if what I create never gets uploaded, it's a step forward rather than sitting around doing nothing. I encourage you to do the same. Use this time to create, learn, read, make music, disconnect. Take time for yourself and your family. If you've been itching to start your channel, then there is no better time than right now. Take your energy and put it towards something that you've always wanted to do. Your mindset will dictate your overall well-being. Don't let the fear creep in, and instead, let's spin the situation into something positive, and remember that you're not alone. So pick up your camera and hit record, because there's never gonna be a right time. You just have to put one foot in front of the other and turn a negative into a positive. And you just have to remember that you are not alone. We are one community, and we're all in this together.